Florida Atlantic man Greg Joseph ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
I loved our discussion this week. You know, we had our weekly phone call to talk about our game coming up. And we had to reflect on the fact that he won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award last week, yet his team lost. You don't see that very often.
No, I know a lot of people dislike that, but when you look at the numbers across the conference from last week, he was clearly the best. So I say the award goes to him, and it did.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. He was so good, they just couldn't ignore him.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Looking to throw on second down. Clifton. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker.
And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Their bread and butter is their passing game. After that last play, maybe they need to go back to that passing game.
Well, what's been good for them along the way is they understand their identity. They are a passing team, but they do like to mix in the run every now and then just to keep people off balance. Didn't work very well on that one, but all in all, I like their philosophy.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. From the 29, Morgan. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 70th catch for him on the year. And like so many others, this goes for a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Fournette, a first down carry. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Second down, back to Fournette.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Morgan. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Here's Morgan to throw.
Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's That's going to make it 4th down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups. And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd down, Clifton. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 32-yard line. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Clifton. Throw left side complete. That's Walker.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
To throw on 2nd down. Clifton. It's complete to Lockett. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. They'll look to throw again.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he still makes the catch, even though it was tipped at the line. And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than good. That was not even the intended receiver on that pass.
But still able to haul it in for the reception. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Walker. Pushing his way into the end zone. Touchdown.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them.
Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Throwing to start the drive. Clifton. A quick throw, but incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Clifton. Forced out to his left. And this one's incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Clifton. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And they will extend their lead even further.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Morgan. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Throwing now is Morgan.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
2nd and 14.
A shotgun give to Fournette.
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Morgan finding his target. It's Trey McBride.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Fournette running out of the gun.
And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
On 2nd and 9.
Morgan pass to the right, and he's got McBride.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Goes right back to McBride.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 20-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Able to get this one to McBride. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Fournette again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Joseph's got it, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a conservative decision there, but it does put them on the board.
And I know the players hate it, the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Clifton. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. To throw on 3rd down. Clifton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Morgan looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Cardinals on 4th down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Set to throw is Morgan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. In their locker room, they
they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifton.
And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Clifton.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things out?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom. After through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try to put some pressure on the defense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
A 1st down carry for Smith. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Morgan. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Morgan.
It's complete to Bryant, right side.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Morgan. Got him in. It's Brown.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Simple drag route here. Lined up back left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted to go a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on it.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Morgan looks to throw it.
They go screen. This is Ingram.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Yeah, on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
To throw on 2nd down. Clifton, a quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
He completes this to Walker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And Walker with it over the middle.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
The idea here, get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Back to throw again. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice gain of 21 yards.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, Clifton. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Kenneth Walker.
His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Fields it right around the goal line. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Morgan sets up to throw on 1st down.
He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Morgan going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Here's Morgan to throw.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Throwing to start the drive. Clifton. This is the tight end fan.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and fire for these guys. They're going to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it.
Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs, so excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race. Now, this is end of the weekend in the NFC.
Well, here we sit, Week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On 1st and 10, it's Morgan. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now a first carry for their fullback. It's a 4-yard pickup there that leaves them with 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Morgan. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
I think for baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores. As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild. And here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. He'll get this down to the 38. 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Clifton. He hits his target. Lockett. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 17-yard line. A good pickup there on 20 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. On 3rd down, Clifton. And it's caught. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have opened the lead up to 30. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Following the fumble recovery, Clifton. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On second down, here's the option. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's caught over the middle by Fant. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Clifton over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks use the short field to get in for 6. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. On the give, this is their fullback. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Here's Morgan. And this is going to be incomplete. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Clifton. And his throw is incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to throw. Clifton. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. From the gun on 3rd down. Clifton. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Morgan off of play action. This is taken in by McBride. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The give to the fullback on the dive. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the 25 on 2nd down. Morgan toward the sideline. He will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds.
First down, Morgan with it. Claypool with another catch.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Morgan.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins.
And the Cardinals are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Now Morgan. Touchdown, Cardinals. Chase Claypool from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Joseph connects on the extra point.
So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And that is incomplete. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get